Hello and welcome back. I'm here with Dylan from Espresso Outlet, and it's gonna be second look at is that Wendougee, right?
Yep.
Wendougee or
Wendougee
Wendougee?
data.
Wendougee data. Okay. But today, Dylan, when did you get that machine, Dylan?
I got it yesterday.
So Dylan got it yesterday. So we're gonna do the second look. Okay. Second look at his machine this morning. So why don't you give us quick overview on that
Yeah.
machine?
So I'll give you guys a quick overview.
Yeah.
All right. So the machine, I'll just start with the build quality.
Yep. Okay, before we go, what's the price point on that one?
Right now, I believe it's at 28.99.
28,
I know it's like
28 nine.
$400 off from original price
Okay,
that
so
we're
it's
going to be
about
selling.
$2,900 that machine.
Yep. And then about $200 for the tablet.
Okay, so you're looking at about 3 grand.
For
Okay.
build quality, is spectacular. So the nice thing about the machine is, it's made of really nice metal. Everything's super heavy duty. The drip tray is super easy to come apart, and it also magnetizes inside, so that way it's a perfect fit every time, and it's not
Okay.
moving around and swaying around. It's got a nice spot for your steam arm, so it goes into this nice little hole. And I guess I'll just turn the steam on while we're here.
First close up on the Steam one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a Dylan. Okay, so Steam one. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, go ahead. Let's see it. Wow, okay. That's good. That's pretty strong.
And then hot water spout. You know how like some hot water spouts,
Yep.
when you turn it on, it kind of sputters.
Yeah.
So this one's just like a nice smooth.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's plus. Okay,
Yeah, and
that's excellent.
it's refilling right now. Did you hear it?
No, I cannot hear it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah, I cannot
So
hear that. That's
the nice thing about this machine that I've really enjoyed is,
okay.
it's not, so you have your vibratory pumps, you have your rotary
Yep,
pumps, and you have your gear pumps.
gear pump.
The
Yep.
gear pump is just super quiet, and honestly, it's super satisfying.
Okay.
Just the sound of it. My wife said it almost sounds like, I don't even know what she said it sounded like. She just said it's super quiet and satisfying. So,
Okay,
um,
so I have a vibrator pump here. Okay, so this is the vibrator pump. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Kind of vibrating. Can you hear that, Dylan?
no, your mic does a good job of cutting it
Okay.
out.
Anyways, vibrator pump is so. The modern day pump is a lot quieter than old days, but still, I cannot imagine the gear pump should be even quieter. That's for sure. Okay, so the beer quality is compared to Bianca is pretty nice. Oh, by the way, the Bianca is about $3,000.
Yeah.
Okay, Bianca is
So
three
right around what I
thousand.
thought.
The Bianca is, as you guys know, dual boiler with rotary pump, obviously PID flow control. I mean, that's the like main feature on that. Pretty much most dual boiler machines out there, and compared to Wendougee, is that dual boiler machine?
It is. Yep.
Okay. And the dual boiler gear pump. And also what okay, so tell me more about the tablets. What kind of things can you control?
Pretty much everything that you can control here is. Let me move it. All right. So if you go to the settings
Okay.
for this, if you go to boiler parameters, so
Okay.
pretty much every machine is going to come with
Okay.
everything off. So when you get the Wendougee, you want to make sure that the very first thing you do, obviously, is
Hmm.
get it hooked up to the system, and
Okay.
then you're going to want to go to boiler parameters,
Okay.
because it's going to come with the heating element or the steam and heating elements turned off. So if you turn the machine on and you're noticing it's not heating up, it's because of that.
Okay.
So you have to go in here. They have toggle switches that you turn
Hmm.
on. So for my steam, I have it set for 255, and it actively shows you live time what that
Okay.
is actually reading at in
Okay.
Fahrenheit or Celsius. But I have it as Fahrenheit. Also, your brew heating. So this is for obviously your group head. So that's set at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Super easy to change.
Hmm.
You can also change this water shortage alarm to
Okay.
on or off, which I like it because during your shot or whatever, it'll tell you, like, it'll give you that alarm while the shot's pulling that your water tank's low.
Okay.
which I would rather have and know than to obviously be pulling a shot and then you don't have any water.
All right.
Um,
So having said that, so okay, tell us about what kind of things can you control?
yeah, so pretty much you can pretty much control anything you want. So if I go to this graph right here,
Hmm.
this is what you can go to if you just want to go on the fly. And
Okay.
anything that you create, you can save it as a graph for later
Okay.
in. Someone asked, "Is it plumbed in, or can you plumb
Mhm.
it in?" Yes, there is a plumbable option. There's a tank and plumb option for about $400 more, I believe.
Okay.
Or you can just get the tank version for
Yeah.
like the 2900.
Sure.
Um, so just to answer that, so this one, it's you can either go based on flow rate, or you can
Okay.
go on bars of pressure.
Okay.
I so obviously, like with our Lillet Biancas, we know that the biggest reason why so many home users like it is because you can control the pressure on the fly. This
Yeah,
one,
but
you can do the same thing.
so Bianca is based on the flow of the water. So the flow of the water change the pressure. Okay, it's not
Correct.
the pump pressure, but it's just flow of
Right.
the water. But
Correct. This is
that
pump pressure.
so that machine is can you do both?
So you can either do the flow rate during the
Okay.
shot or the pressure during the
Pump
shot.
pressure. Okay, so you cannot combine those two, right? Just one or the other.
Correct.
Okay. So I mean that's fine
So
too.
so for example, like I guess I can just I just
Hmm.
have the portafilter in. So if I press start,
Yep.
if you can watch this, it's at 0,
Yep.
and I can ramp it up to
Okay.
6.6. I can put it to 10,
Ah.
and it actively shows it as it's going.
Can you guys hear that? If you guys are listening, can you go up and down for me? I can hear the gear pump running.
You can hear it.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. That's
Okay, here,
great.
hold on.
Very quiet.
So let me just show you. So this is what
Hmm.
I pulled. So I went about, if you look at the graph, I went about five
Yep.
seconds at nothing, and then I went up to 6.5 bars, stayed there until about 8 seconds, went up to about 10 bars, and then I gradually went
Yep.
down, and it lasted 17 seconds. I can add or I can save this as a profile,
Yep.
and it shows here that you were looking based on pressure
Hmm.
and how many total milliliters came out.
Yep. That's
And
nice.
then you can test it again. So, like, let's say you're like, hey, I really like that, but let me actually like test it again to see if this is
Hmm.
something I want to save, if I can repeat.
Okay.
You can test it again, and then you can save it up top.
Okay.
So these are the two options. So that's the one that we just did, which is right
Yep.
here. It's like this little squiggly thing. This
Hmm.
is like your own mixtape. You can kind of create
Yep.
your own recipe on the fly right here, and then it saves it in there. Or you can add, and then you can add a whole different one right there on the screen. And then if we go back, you can go to favorites, and you can go find what you just added, and you can
Hmm.
save that as your favorite. You can name it. You can put like
Yep.
your choice. You can give a description for it. Everything.
Dylan, here's a big question. Can you pair into your scale, and then can you do brew by weight? Is that possible on that machine or no?
Yeah. So we're actually working with Buku.
Oh yeah, good, good.
So
Okay.
they have a scale integration.
Yep.
So that what you would go to pretty much linked settings, and then you can turn that on. I don't have anything right now, obviously, to do it,
Okay.
but you can link it to your Buku scale, and then we're currently working on that right now. So
Okay. So you don't. Okay. So no Akaya setup then, right?
that I am unsure of. I
Okay.
know Barrett has the Buku, so that's all I know for right now.
Okay. Okay.
Now, so something that I like. So you have this
Hmm.
brew paddle here.
Yep.
So this brew paddle can have one profile saved on it. So let's say I don't want to use this tablet.
Okay.
To get it started, you can use your phone. You can use an existing tablet. Just download the app, and then you have it here. But let's say you're like, you know what? I don't want to use this. I just
Yep.
want a nice, clean looking
Hmm.
machine without the tablet, if that's your preference. And you can actually just use that to load it on here, load different curves, and that's it. So this is considered the M button. So if you go to
Okay.
button settings here, you'll
Okay.
see an M button, and I have
Hmm.
it straight at 9 bars of pressure. Now you can
Okay.
have it set to a time that you want to turn it off.
Hmm.
So like let's say 30 seconds. So you just want to hit it let it go 30 seconds, done. Or you can stop it whenever you want, or you can set it to 0 and then you can stop it whenever you want as well. But you can also, so right now, if you look at these options, these are all of our shortcuts that we have,
Mm-hmm.
all of our curves, all of our stuff. So right now, if you see, there's a 9-bar constant, and
Okay.
it's called bound. So right
Okay.
now, this paddle is at this 9-bar constant that
Okay.
I have set. If I wanted to make one up and set it and put it as this, I can. And it's just super, super simple to push the button, and it's good to go.
So you don't need a tablet for that one.
What's that?
So you don't need a tablet. You just is that
Yep, you just
lifting? Press
nope,
down or lift? Show
press
me.
down.
Press down.
And
Ah,
it's a
okay.
super satisfying like click. Listen to it.
Got it. So it's like okay, you gotta hit twice to stop.
No, you just hit it once to start,
Yep.
and
Once to
then
stop.
yep.
Exactly. Man, that's
Um,
pretty cool.
so then you can. This is kind of cool. In engineering settings, you
Uh-huh.
can actually see like the water level. We're good.
Okay.
It shows that we're good with water. It's normal, and
Mm-hmm.
then it actively shows the temperature in the steam and the brew boiler.
Okay.
So that's super nice. Obviously, nothing's going to be reading here because we're not brewing anything. But it did show here on Brew 1. We have 7 brews that we've done on this brew that we've
Mm-hmm.
created. This I guess you want to call it profile. And then, so like you can also go here to data statistics. So cleaning records,
Okay.
it can show how many times you clean the machine. You can go to product records. So if you look at this at 9-bar constant,
Okay.
I have 6 seconds on extraction time. I have 27 milliliters in flow.
Okay.
And then it shows you all different kinds like Brew's Choice. I have 23 extraction times, and I brewed at a basic of 199.4 degrees Fahrenheit. 65 milliliter flow rate. I did it one time and then I closed it out. And it tells you
Okay.
the time and the date
Mm-hmm.
that you did that brew. So it's really cool. You can go back and look at like all different kinds of records that you brewed like throughout the week.
So you can control the flow or pump pressure. Okay. And then obviously, you can change the temperature as well. And dual boiler, built-in PID. Anything else? Am I missing?
Um, I mean, everything that you said is correct.
Okay. All right,
So
sure.
here we
Okay.
go.
And
Let me
I'm,
just
I'm
zoom in
gonna
a little
take
bit.
yeah, I'm gonna take a look at them from my laptop here.
All right. Just tell me when. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right, so we're on Hoon's Coffee right now. You
Mm-hmm.
can either press start or you can press play on his. So we'll just press play on his. And here we go, actively pulling the shot.
Mm-hmm. I can hear the pump. Yeah. So that looks pretty good. How many grams so far, Dylan?
I set it for 37.
Okay. How many grams come out?
37.5.
37.5 grams come out?
Yeah, so I put it at 65 milliliters. So 65
Yeah.
milliliters, depending on the saturation. Obviously, every roast level is
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
different,
Different.
but
Yeah.
because you have the saturation of the puck. But
Mm-hmm.
with 65 milliliters, I'm finding you always get around 36 to 38 grams. It's like the perfect sweet
38
spot.
gram. And so how many seconds was it? 30 seconds, right?
That went for 23 seconds. So based on
Yeah.
looking at this graph, obviously you're going to want to grind finer to get that
Finer,
extra 7 seconds.
exactly. Wow. Okay. So
So
that's very interesting there, Dylan.
and here's something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's what I love. This is a question that I've gotten so far.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it sprayed a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right. So because I mean you've had some machines where it's so hard to get that off.
Oh yes.
So just a little bit of water. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
things just wipes straight off because it's obviously painted.
Is that
So
coated, right? It's like matted? Oh,
correct.
okay.
Yes. But look how easy and nice it
Mm-hmm.
cleans up. So that's a plus, especially with if you want to go with this white color, because
Mm-hmm.
white's really nice, but it shows a lot.